to Phil DeBella, and this is FlashCast by PDB. And today I'm going to talk about time wasters. So I get asked a lot about are you efficient with time? Because this is one of the key resources. And of course, I talk about resources all the time. A resource is health, the most important one. A resource is money, but a resource is time. And it's something that we don't often talk about. So I get asked a lot, how do you fit so many things into your life and not waste time? So I'm going to flip that around and talk about things we need to look for when it comes to time wasters. So what are the things that we need to look for when it comes to time wasters? So this will be broad in general, so certain specific things that affect how we waste time. Now, before I start, what I want you to do is here's a bit of a checklist, and this is a checklist that I use, whether it's personal, professional, or family. It's a bit of a checklist when it comes to do with time. And this is what I ask myself. Why am I doing this? So question one is, why am I doing this? Am I doing it because it needs to be done, because it fits in with my objectives? Can it be justified with clear outcomes, or does it provide some sort of benefit? So why am I doing this? Number two is the SMART model. Is this specific? Is it measurable? Is it achievable? Is it relevant? And is it time bound? How much time will this take? So I use the SMART model: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time. Is it clear which activities will deliver results? And here I talk about return of investment. I constantly look at the return of investment. And again, this is personal, professional, or family. I look at what will the results be for the time that I'm about to put into this, right? It is very, very much about return of investment. And that doesn't mean just in dollars. That also means in health. So what effort you put into your health, you get in return. What effort you put into money, you get in return. What effort you put into the family. And in this case, it's time. What amount of time do I need to put in this, and what will the return be? Now, the other one and the final one is, am I doing something that when I should be doing something else? So it's all about priority. Is this a priority? So number 4 is this a priority? Am I doing something? Am I allocating time to something where I should be allocating it somewhere else? So they're the 4 things that, the tips before we even get started to ask yourself when it comes to do with time is, why am I doing this? Is this a smart goal? Is this a smart objective that I'm embarking on? What is the ROI? And what is my priority? And if we follow those 4 simple steps before we even start, it's a great tool to identify whether you're effectively going to be wasting your time or not. But some of the things to look for when it comes to time wasting. One is, and this is in no particular order, to me, is a lack of priorities. Is that we get caught up in being busy. We just want to do things. We just want to, the human nature is to do, busy, busy, busy. But if we're not prioritizing, then we're going to be wasting time. So you need to really understand what is a priority. And in here is, don't get involved in things that aren't important to you. If it's not important to you, get rid of it. Again, personal, professional, family. If it's not important, get rid of it. This will ensure you don't waste time. Another one is waiting for inspiration from others, right? Waiting for validation, inspiration, waiting for other people to validate you is a waste of time. You need to be able to be comfortable with yourself and validate yourself. Everything starts and finishes with you. You need to do the work. No one else can do the work for you. You will often hear me talk about get in the river. If you don't get in the river, you can't flow downstream. So don't wait for inspiration and validation from others. You need to make sure that you get things started. Next one, again, in no particular order, is worrying. How much time do we waste worrying about what people will say, what people will think, or worry in general? Worry to me is when we don't take action. Worry to me is when we don't take control, and I use a model here. Control what you can, influence what you'd like to. If you can't control or influence it, get rid of it. Don't worry about it. Worrying about thing is wasting your time. Another one is not living your life. Living your life for you. I often say pen and paper, write down what means a lot to you, personal, professional, family. What does it mean to you? And live your life accordingly. Live your life for you, not for that validation of what others are doing. Another one is fear. Now, I've been talking to my children lately about fear and anxiety. Fear and anxiety is purposeful. Fear and anxiety is a great tool for you to channel. It's what keeps us sharp. The fear of getting hit by a car when we cross the road, make sure that we look left, right, as we're crossing. The fear of that, the anxiety of that keeps us safe. Fear and anxiety are a frame of mind. You need to use it as a positive thing. Unless you don't, fear becomes a very, very big waste of time. So channel that fear positively and understand that fear and anxiety are actually tools that help you get better. Another one is a pet hate of mine. How many times do we hear people complaining? They waste so much time complaining, and nothing changes. Don't complain. Be part of the change you want to see in the world, as Gandhi says. Stop complaining. Be part of the change you want to see. Take action and get on with it. Another one is unfinished tasks. We see so many people start so many things, and here what I talk about is people go wide and shallow. Instead of going wide and shallow, how about we go narrow and deep? So instead of having 20 things to do, let's pick the 5 priorities and do them and finish the task. Don't leave things unfinished. If you leave things unfinished, you're not completing tasks, you're wasting time. The next one is comparing yourself to others. You can't compare yourself to others. Each individual has an individual IQ, EQ, brand. Everybody is unique. As Oscar Wilde says, be yourself, everybody else is taken. You need to be making sure that you are not comparing yourself to others, because again, this will take up a lot of time wasted and energy that can be used on other things. And the last one is about mistakes. The amount of times I see people repeat mistakes wastes time. I never believe that anybody goes about making an error on purpose. Yet I see people not learn from the first time. You make a mistake the first time, you sit down, you collect the data, you analyze the data, and then you work on a strategy that helps you to become better tomorrow than today, right? But when you keep repeating the mistake 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, then this becomes and falls into that basket of wasting time. The first time it happens, it's not a mistake. The second, third, and fourth, and you keep repeating, it is a mistake and will waste your time. Now, there's other things that will obviously waste your time, but these are things that really stand out to me. They're everyday behaviors, they're things that we see all around us, and it does come back to mindset. And I've done a podcast on mindset that has been released. Have a look at it. You know, it talks about the mindset, the thoughts, the feelings, and that evokes actions. And what we've got to make sure that we do is we need to understand that time is a valuable resource. Health, money, time, environment, friendships, these are all resources. In this particular flashcast, we're honing in on time. Time is one of the most valuable resources you can have. So 2 things to make sure is 1, don't let time be wasted. And make sure that you're aware of some of the things that we spoke about. Make sure that you're getting a pen and a paper and sitting down and saying, I want to buy more time. Have a look at whether you're doing the things or not doing the things that we mentioned. There might be other things that are wasting your time, but get it down on pen and paper and have a look at how you can solve it. But remember, the key, and I'll finish how I started, is before you even start to think about these 4 questions. Why am I doing this? Are my objectives or what I'm about to do SMART, meaning specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound? Is there clear ROIs? Is there a clear return of investment in what I'm about to do? And the last one is what I'm doing a priority? Or is it taking me away from something else that I should be doing? And if you follow those 4 steps and nothing else, I guarantee that you will get yourself more time. Time, unfortunately, is one of these things that can't be changed. There's 24 hours in a day. You can't change that. What we can change is how we utilize and how efficient we are with our time. So the key is to be efficient in order to not be wasting your time and to produce better results. You've been listening to Phil DiBella. This is FlashCast by PDB. Till next time, go be the best you can be. Hi, this is Phil DiBella, and if you don't know already, in 2022 May, I'll be putting the dancing shoes on with my daughter Annika for Dancing CEOs Queensland. She can dance and I can't, but the journey's going to be fun. And we're doing it all for a great cause. So Dancing CEOs has been around for a long time here in Brisbane. It's an amazing organisation and charity event. They raised over $500,000 this year, and I look forward to it in 2022. If you can give $5, $500, $5,000, whatever you can would be great to support a great cause. It goes to Women's Legal Services Queensland, who make sure that women and children that are affected by domestic violence are looked after. So a great cause, 100% tax deducted, no admin fees, which is something that we love about it. 100% of your donation goes to helping those that need it. So support Arnica, support myself, and support Dancing CEOs. The link is provided below. Please give what you can.